Hello everyone, my name is Shona here at Magic and welcome back. Today we are going to learn how to paint our 3D models in Substance Painter. So let's get started. So leaving off from where we left off, I noticed I have the symmetry line on my model right now, and I noticed that something isn't quite symmetrical. And now thank goodness, because in the past, Substance Painter was very difficult for you to fix the symmetry line, but you can actually change the symmetry, the line here, which is wonderful. So wonderful. But I'm going to set this back to 0. And then notice it really wasn't me that was causing this. It was something that I didn't realize was happening in the 3D model in Maya. So I went back to Maya and I noticed that her hair, let's go to the front view, her hair was actually slightly rotated to the side, and I never noticed it until I brought her into Substance. So I basically squared her up, deleted history and everything, and just re-exported it. So what I'm going to do to fix it in Substance, rather than having to reopen this again and do all of this again, we're going to go into the, you can do here, re-import mesh. There, she is now fixed. Ta-da! The other way that I used to do it would be project configuration, and I'd be able to open it from here, and that would actually update it as well. But re-imported mesh just makes it so much easier. Thank you, Substance, for updating that. So now she is fully symmetrical. I'm gonna double check that her hair still has her thing, but just in case, I'm just gonna bake her mesh map again. Just the hair this time. Maybe actually I'm just gonna do the whole thing because the ambient occlusion and everything else might be different, so might as well. So let's do that again really quick. In the meantime, we decided on this is Pure F. Let's do that. This is Pure F, and I have gotten some references off the internet. Thank you, internet, and thank you, Japan. I originally wanted to do something like this as well, which is why I had the other doll. But I decided I'm going to use these guys here instead. I'm going to minimize you. And we're going to put this over. I want her for her face. Not her clothes, the face. And I really like these two here. These two are my favorite. Bring this over. I love this little, how she's holding her hand. That's what I intend to do. I can always have this tilted, but for our purposes, when we're painting, I just want it to be symmetrical. I do not want to fight with Substance Painter, so I am not going to tilt this until I get back to Maya. I liked the artistry of here. Maybe I might do something like that. I don't know, but I probably won't. So that's why that's over there. I did like right here, you know, this part. But yeah, my favorites are these three here for my main inspo. We're gonna put them all next to each other, all nice and dandy. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, so those three are my inspirations. Well, 4. This was kind of more modern, but also kind of cute. I liked this part. And yeah, and I like the hair, so I might do something for her hair. May not, just depends. So I really want to focus on trying to get those heights, like using the height maps and stuff to kind of get into here, the height settings, to make it look like I'm carving into it. Which is why I like these two so much, because she looks carved, which is what I'm looking for. And I want it for here especially. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun playing with this. Okay. She's done baking now. I'm making her sound like a pastry. I promise you, it's not because I'm hungry. I'm not. It's just. Anyways, we're gonna back. Alright, so, cool thing is if you toggling around with Alt and the left mouse button, if you hold down Shift, it will snap it to an orthographic view. It's very useful when you want something to be symmetrical, so huzzah. There she is. Alright. We're going to take off her hair because she's distracting. And I only want the symmetry tool for things like the face in this part. I don't really care for this being symmetrical, but I want this part to be symmetrical since she has both her hands up at the same time. I could do one side only, but I think she just looks so much cuter with two hands, so I'm doing that instead. And I'm really looking forward to doing this little fade, but I'm going to be doing a black to aqua fade instead because I just like black and I think it's nice. Okay, so if you look to your texture settings, you see here, you see your normal maps, your thickness, all of those things that you didn't have beforehand. Now they're there, which is wonderful. And I'm just going to take off the emissive. Let me turn it back on. That's for the hair. I'm going to turn it off on every single one of them. You have to. Because if you don't remove them from here, you'll have it here, and you will also have it when you are rendering out your textures. It will also export the emissive, so you actually have to manually remove it. Alright, shader, mean shader, that's fine. The head. Okay, and remember I made sure to name these because when you're exporting them as well, yeah, you're gonna need to know what goes where, because it's not just going to export just one texture, it's going to export these guys. Any of these guys that you have up, it's going to export them under this texture. So you need to be able to find them so that you're not looking for them. Okay, so with that, let's go over to the layer section. I'm going to minimize this for a sec, so I know what I want my textures to be. Okay. This is a material mode up here. I'm going to turn this off for a sec. This is a base color. She has no color on her right now, so you won't see anything. That's your height map showing up. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. So I haven't put anything in, but if anything, you'll see it showing up right here. So, material mode. This is your layers. I'm going to go to my library. First things first. Let's go to the hair. Just bring this up. We're going to add a fill layer. This is where you're going to put your colors. So right now it's just a generic gray, but I'm going to change this to like a blue, bringing it down to like a blue-gray. I never like to do just grayish black. I like to give more of a bluish black. I just feel like it has a little bit more of a, you know, body to it. It's not just plain black. And if I go to like base color, it looks like this. So it looks more like a navy, sort of, kind of. Still looks black, but I just like it. Okay. And now if I look at here, she's very shiny. Right here is extremely shiny. So we're going to scroll down. I'm not going to need a height map for here, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm not going to need opacity, so turn it off. I'll keep the normal map. Metal I'm going to keep, and roughness as well. So, this is what your roughness does. See that? So, I'm going to leave it like that. More metallic. No, not metallic. a little bit shiny. And I might actually make this a little bit darker. There. Alright. There she is. Ah, she's so cute. She's so cute. Okay. So she's a little bit on the shiny side, just to match. But it might be better if I make it a little bit less shiny. Yeah, that's better. She's still shiny, but, you know, more like this one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, I am going to add a mask to this. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to do another fill layer. And this one I'm going to make aqua color. I'm going to make sure to save it because I'm going to use it for her skirts too. And then I'm going to add a mask to it. And then I'm going to right click, I'm going to go down to add filter. And under this filter, I'm going to add a blur. I'm going to bring out the blur intensity. And here is where, on the fill layer, you're going to use your brush tool. I'm going to scroll up to the flow. Boop. That's what we're going to do. We're going to turn that off. Bring this down. Bring that down. Don't increase the spacing. I don't want the hardness at all. It won't really matter, but you know, why help it? Okay. Now I'm just going to do this on the bottom of her hair. I'm sorry if you hear any noises. There's people fighting outside. Welcome to downtown Miami. Okay, so obviously there are parts. I'm going to minimize this. I don't need it anymore right now. Obviously there are parts that are not being touched right now. So I'm going to go onto this side. And that's where I'm going to paint it in on this side here. That's why you have both views. And I do want it on the inside as well. So I'm going to increase that little part there. Okay, now I haven't touched the blur yet. I've just left it as is, and you think, oh, that looks so nice, that looks so pretty. You're wrong. It's not done yet. Trust the process. Alright, so we're going to go back to the blur, and I'm going to increase that intensity as far as I can go. And now it's better. It's much better. Oh my goodness. That looks so nice. She's so nice. Here we go. Okay. Now, the beauty of doing it this way, which is why I don't usually do it with the paint layer, but I do it this way because it allows me to kind of play around with the colors, and I can change it a lot easier than I would if I just used the regular paint layer. Now, I can go here and I can I can change this to whatever color that I want that I think would look better or would make me happier. And mind you, you don't have to paint it this way. There are other ways that you can paint this. Oh, she's gonna look a little goth kimono doll thingy. But no, I don't want that. I'm gonna bring it back up to like the aqua that I had before. But I'm gonna make it lighter. I think it was too dark before. It's too saturated. Okay. Aw, it's so cute. Yeah, I love that. That's nice. Okay, and the same thing. We're gonna get rid of the opacity for here and the height, and we're just going to. I'm gonna go back to here, and I'm just going to copy this, and I'm gonna go back to here, and I'm gonna paint the roughness. Bam. So now they basically share the same roughness. They're basically the same. Zero metallic. I wonder if I should get a little bit of metallic. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Smidge. Just a smidgen. Okay. That looks really nice. I really like that. And I can still change this pink if I want to. Because everybody likes pink. Oh, that is so cute. I can make her like a nice hot pink. Baby. But no, we're not gonna do that. But I do like the pink. Okay. But I'm leaving it for now because that way I can go over the, the dress and everything. I'm just setting up the base colors right now. And we're gonna just group these guys. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Done. Alright. So that's just gonna be like the base here for now. Till I change my mind. Now let's deal with her body now. There it is. Okay, so if you notice, these guys have fully the same color, and I know what colors I'm gonna want, so I'm going to put different colors first. This fill there is gonna be gold. This next one's going to be let's do a white. Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna put this one underneath all of their layers. All of those is gonna be my base. It's gonna be my carving layer. This next one. I'm gonna make this one red. Temporarily. And the last one's gonna be green. Deep saturated green. It's good. Now we're gonna have my aqua, and I had forgotten to get the black from the hair, so I'm gonna come back here and save the swatch. And there we go. change the settings specs. Smooth flow. This is where the projection goes in, because I don't have to do this manually. Just do that. That's the projection mode. Just click and drag, and it colors everything. Alright. We're gonna go scroll down back to this fill layer, and I'm gonna increase the height. Da, 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 da. Now, if I... There we go. That is what I wanted. Ta-da! I wanted to have a little bit of a height, so I'm going to change the height map on here a little bit more. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that's... Oops. Okay, that's much better. Much better. Much better. Okay, so I'm satisfied with that. Is how deep I want my nice little cut. Now I'm going to use my symmetry tool. And I'm going to draw her sleeves and the obi for her kimono. Just so you can have a visual reference. There we go. And I'm going to move this over. It doesn't need to take up so much space. And I'm going to move this one down a bit too. Okay. Right there is good. Up here, I want this back. Also follow along. Okay. And now I'm just going to draw this. Alright? Now, if you see here, the shader, it looks white. If you press X, the same way you would in Photoshop, it will flip the color. Okay? So if it's black, that subtracts the mask. Okay? Let's just do that. Let's give her some long sleeves. A good little baby. Okay, under here, I'm just going to flip it and I'm going to erase that. And now we can engage in a little bit of cleanup. This is the therapeutic part. Oh, little angel. My gosh. I'm telling you, parts of being an artist, like, if you don't fangirl over your own art, like, what are you even doing? You gotta give it some love. Gotta give him some love. See, I want this arch instead, so I might just change the trajectory a little bit. Give your babies love. You can't have perfection all the time. It's fine if it's not perfect. Just do your best, and you'll take care of all the rest. Oh, it is so cute. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Ah, you can't tell already. I am a lover of cute things, and when I make my art look very, very cute, I am very, very pleased. Right. Okay. And see, it disappears sort of behind it here, which is fine. And I'm just not going to worry about anything else right now. This is great. Because you can't see those parts. You know see. You know see the parts right there. I could easily turn this off and then just do like, you know, like that. And it works. It actually works. So I'll leave that like that. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Ah, it's so cute. It's so stinking cute. Okay, so I just need the OB now. Do it like here. Do this. Okay, there we go. Just one. I feel like her OB needs to be bigger. So I might actually put it down here instead. I'm still leaving that part. I think it's fine. She looks like a little ninja. Okay, sometimes when it gives me this much trouble, I go over here. Hmm. It's cleaner. Okay, if you're using the pen tool for this, Control and Alt and click, you can drag it up and down. You don't want to do Control and Shift, it will actually rotate this. And it's very hard to get it back. Alright. Is there a way to... Yes. Give me that nice line. There she is. Okay. So some OBs have the bow, like this one doesn't have it. It has it in the back, but it doesn't have it right here. But I kind of like it up here too. And I'm still gonna do the back. And I like the little tilt this has too, so I might just mimic that too. Let's do a little bow. Ah, no. That looks so cute. Okay. Okay. Let me try. Right. Let's do one more. Let's do a Sakura. A small one right there. I want it smaller than that. Oops. A little bit bigger. Yeah, that's better. But it's in a spot that's too close to the edge of her skirt, and I don't like that. Okay. Change the stencil again. I'm not a fan of this one. It's kind of showing going the opposite direction, and I don't really like that, so I'm gonna do back out to class, make it smaller. Boop, boop. It's not very well detailed. Then we're going to get rid of this, go back to the regular. The shiny star. I know they have patterns with that, like right there as well. That is so cute, but I'm not gonna leave it right there. But we're gonna put it right there. Oh my gosh, yes. Actually, there we go. That one. I'm gonna do a little thing here. I really like the butterfly on here, so I just wanted a little butterfly in here too. I thought that'd be so cute. Okay, there's your little butterfly. Okay. I really like this little pattern here, but I feel like since she is technically a Japanese doll, would be better to not have this pattern. So I'm going to remove it. As much as I like it, and I think it's cute, but I kind of want to keep as close to her style as possible. And I'm going to include like the little clouds and stuff like that in there too. So noted, I'm only doing this for the black carvings, so like kind of like these. Anything that's gonna be like whitish, I'm doing it for. And I might just, yeah. So there she is. Okay, let's go to this one now. I'm gonna add my filter, the same thing I'm gonna do for her hair, so from what I did to her hair, I'm going to do it to this. Just bring that all the way up to the top there. And turn these off again. Lower the flow. Size, stroke opacity down. Ah, he needs to go on top. There we go. So we're mimicking, it hit it, so get back here. We're mimicking this one. And just to make sure the bottom is also colored. Yes, it is. Yay, there he goes. Alright. Okay. Now, think this part is on the darker side. So, I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to put it on top. But I'm going to change this color to a darker green. Darker, more saturated green. And I am going to erase some of this mask. I'm going to increase the flow a little bit. Alright. I got this under here. Just to give it a little bit more dimension. There you go. See? That's what we want. Okay. So I'm gonna stop here for now, and when I come back, I'm gonna have a little bit more references because I want to have like this sort of herringbone wave pattern that you see in some of like in Japanese tapestries and art, and I'm gonna see if I can find some of those so I can use that as a reference for the rest of her clothes. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to see if I can add like the other colors that I already put it in there. But this is basically how you want to paint this. It's really not that hard. And I think I'm going to try to do her face the next one too. I'm still going to need to have the symmetry tool on for her face, and then I can start to focus on having the more scattered designs that aren't symmetrical, because she's pretty symmetrical right now. Even the butterfly, I might put one more butterfly up here just to kind of break up that sameness on both sides, and maybe I'll put one more of these big flowers somewhere right here outside of the symmetry tool. So just to give it a little bit more artistic variance. So far, I think she's looking really good. So I look forward to seeing you guys for the next video, and I hope you're having a great time, and I hope you're able to follow along really well. It's really not that difficult if you know how to paint in Photoshop, you know how to paint in Substance Painter, or if you know how to paint in Procreate, you know how to paint here. It's very, very easy. It's just a few different steps. So with that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.